Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is about the new patch where they have finally released Ringmaster, and they also released an international compendium, and I'm just going to be giving a little bit of thoughts about Ringmaster as a hero, as well as what they've done for TI this year, and that's what this video is going to be about, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is what Ringmaster looks like. I really like the hero design in terms of the model. He's definitely like a trickster, showman, and his voice acting, as always with Dota, is incredible. So let's quickly demo him. He doesn't have any facets right now. He doesn't have an Ag Scepter, understandable, but he does have an Ag Shard, which we'll be also showing you guys in demo. So his first spell is a whip channeling ability, where you target a spot on the ground, and as you see, it starts with a larger AoE, and then you channel it, and the longer you channel it, the more damage it does. It also fears, but the radius lowers, so you have to be careful of like not hitting the range creep, for instance, if it's too low of a radius. His second spell is like a Shadow Demon Disruption that can only be used on teammates or himself, but when used on it, you basically become untargetable and vulnerable, but once you walk out of the AoE that it shows on the ground, then it also ends preemptively. So it kind of gives you a chance to move away, get out of trouble. It doesn't dispel you, though. So if you use it on an ally that is stunned, then they won't be able to move until the level 25 talent on the left. It grants a strong dispel and flying. It has a little bit of an awkward cast point to it. So like you have to be careful trying to use it on yourself. You have to kind of preemptively use it to dodge things. But pretty cool spell overall. I think in theory it's broken. Anytime a hero in the game is able to break up combos, becomes a counter to heroes like Axe, Legion Commander, point-click stuns like DK. So everything's pointing to him being kind of a backline support from what I've talked to you about so far. His third spell is a dagger that is literally something you throw. It's got a really long AoE. You can barely see the green circle at the top. I think my camera's even blocking it, but it's 2400. So like if we want to show you the AoE to the top, you can see it literally above Ringmaster in the top left. That is how far it goes. So we'll just chuck it just to see. It also gives vision, so it's a little bit of a Morana Arrow-esque scouting report. It only impales one unit, including creeps. It does 75 damage on impact. Does tick creeps for damage over time, so about 475 to creeps for the entire duration of the spell. But as you level it up, you also get charges. So it does a little bit of a slow. It's like a PA Dagger skill shot. It's like PA Dagger Morana Arrow, pretty much. You cannot stack them on the same target. It'll just refresh the duration. It does slow by 100% for 0.8 seconds. And when you're dealing it to heroes, it does max health as damage per second. So it scales pretty well, kind of similar to Phoenix in regards to scaling with % damage HP bonuses. When we're looking at his ult, it is the Wheel of Wonder, which you target a location on the ground, it wheels out and starts doing this. You see the AoE around it. When there's an enemy within it, they will be slowed, and they will take damage over time. And as you see here, they got taunted. So what happens is, the way the taunt works is that any enemy hero has to look at it for 0.5 seconds, right? So what's going to happen is we're going to have one of them look at it, right? And then it's going to taunt anyone who now looks at it for 0.5 seconds. For the 2.75 seconds that the taunt goes off. So if you get them to look at it for 0.5 seconds, then they get stunned for 2.75 seconds. It does not pierce BKB. The combo that I'm seeing is Yule Scepter. This hero feels a lot like Grimstroke or Dark Willow, where your spells don't really set themselves up. You kind of need teammates to synergize with. However, especially in pubs, if you don't have teammates to reliably use, if you Yule somebody, place the ult behind them, and then fear them on the way down, that is enough, especially with max level Tame the Beast, to effectively lock somebody down. So it's a lot like Willow, where you may not need to set yourself up. You can just be follow-up if somebody on your team has a point-click stun, but you can also be Yules into Bramble equivalent, which is Yules into Tame the Beast. So has some cool kit. Does a pretty good amount of damage. Everything about him feels like he is a support. You know, maybe Topson will make him work mid, but everything when I played one game of him that you're going to see is that I feel like he just needed to be positioned. His spells needed to go off. He needed to have some sort of setup. I regretted not buying a Yules in my game. He has a pretty cool innate. So the innate is Dark Carnival Barker. So that every time somebody around him dies on the enemy team, then you get one of 3 souvenirs at random and the souvenirs all have cool little effects. So this one is the Funhouse Mirror, which creates an imperfect version of you. It's basically an illusion, but it's clear. It's like deformed in different ways. We'll kind of like show you real quick just how deformed it is. So like we'll show you a bunch of them. So you can see they're like a bunch of different weird looking gigantic legs, really short versions of the hero. So yeah, it says they're labeled as imperfect illusions, but overall, the cool thing about that spell is that when we alt click over it, it has a 0.2 second cast time that also makes you invulnerable. It disjoints projectiles, so it's the support's chance to finally do a manta dodge. It is a little bit wonky because you can't toggle between them. You can only see how many of each one you have, but the one that's on there is the one that you're going to use next. And the one you get when you kill somebody is kind of random. So you kind of have to be on your toes. This is an ability Strongman Tonic, which you give it to yourself or an allied hero. And it gives you 5 strength plus 1.5 per Ringmaster's level. And it lasts for 8 seconds. And after 4 seconds, it fades off. We'll kind of see what that looks like, right? So it gave us 400 HP at level 9, which is not bad at all. And then you're going to see the strength fades over time. Something that's really important to know with that one, we got to get it back here, is that it does effectively heal you. So it restores that 400 HP, and then after it fades, you keep this percentage of HP that you had at the end. So notice how I'm almost dead, and then I'm healed for 400 HP. I'm at about 50% HP right now, and then you'll see as it fades out that I still have 50% HP. So this can be used as a nice, like, fairy fire wand type thing that saves you or an ally. And I see it more as a heal that kind of buffs you up. Maybe like the old Omni Knight W that gave you a lot of strength. It's kind of like that. And then the last one is a little hop, skip, and a jump. Propels your hero 400 units forward using the power of farting. Just kidding, whoopee cushion. Leaves a 200 radius stink cloud behind you for 3 seconds. So as you see, you just go whoop. And it can only be used on you. It's not like a Snapfire cookie that can be used on teammates. It can just be used on you. So all 3 of them have kind of some cool utility there. But overall, it's not like meant to be some ridiculously powerful spell. But when I was playing Ringmaster, I did have some fun experimenting with these. And there were a lot of moments where I had one where I didn't save myself because I didn't use the Strongman Tonic, or I didn't disjoin something knowing I didn't know I could with the illusion one. So overall, pretty wonky hero, I would say. A lot of his spells have like channel times, cast animations, like Impalement Arts is a slow dagger, so it feels like it's kind of easy to miss them. But everything about him to me says that he's a 4, potentially a 5, but I'm leaning towards a 4 that kind of helps set up kills by being the follow-up. It's important to note that certain fears, like Lone Druid, make people run back towards base, while other fears make you run away from the person that's fearing you. So in this case, Ringmaster's fear does work as the latter, which means that the CK will run away from me when I fear him. So no matter which direction I'm fearing him from, he will run away from me. So if you want to set up your combo with your ultimate, you do have to place effectively your ultimate behind them like this, and then that will hit them. So just keep that in mind. I definitely messed that up a few times during my game when I played him. His talents, the Tame the Beast one feels necessary. Maybe if it's a game where your save is absolutely crucial, Escape the Act could be really nice. But the reason why the Tame the Beast feels necessary is if I'm trying to hit the whole creep wave, I can't hit everything, all 4 creeps. I'm either going to miss one of the melees or the range because of the radius when I channel it fully. While if I have the radius, then I'll be able to do that pretty easily. So it's a pretty noticeable quality of life difference there. And even if you are a support, it is important to be able to secure those range creeps in the mid game, get that extra little bit of farm. Heroes like Grimstroke are able to scale because of their nukes that give them a little bit of farm. I feel like with just a few items, this hero's impact can go up really high. But I feel like all the items he wants to go are positioning based. Yule Scepter, Ether Lens, Glimmer Capes, Force Staffs, stuff like this. Playing off of his saves, playing off his damage over time. The fact that he has max health damage per second on a spell that can be used on the same target multiple times, meaning like you wait for it to expire, feels pretty powerful. My experience with him was he felt incredibly useless against BKBs. None of his spells pierce BKB, so all about the disengage with Escape Act and maybe one of the innate spells that you get. So even though he does not have an Ag Scepter yet, he does have a Shard. I really like the graphics on it, or like the idea of what it looks like. So it is a Spotlight, which shines a spotlight that sweeps over an area. Enemies in the light have a chance to miss their attacks and are revealed if they are invisible. Illusions hit by the beam fade away, losing a percentage of their maximum health. 50% of their maximum health per second. So if an illusion's within the radius of it for 2 seconds, it just dies, no matter how much HP the illusion has. So you can kind of see what it looks like now. So it does like a actual stage spotlight where it does a little figure 8 motion. Pretty cool. I really like it. And it can also be used for scouting. It's 1500 range, cast range. And so, like, if I wanted to see if there's somebody over here or somebody in the Roche Pit, I can just do that. And I will be able to see this area. So it's a really nice scouting tool. A lot of utility there. It does not work on strong illusions. This is something we tested. So, like, when CK uses his illusions, it does not work on those. So the illusions that are inside of it will pretty much evaporate. You know, maybe you won't kill them full to 0, but it doesn't matter how much HP the illusions have. You'll do a percentage of their HP. It shreds illusions for sure. Definitely makes heroes like Terrorblade have a tough time sieging, for instance. And don't forget that it reveals Invis, and it also gives mischance. So it can be used as a pseudo-save on one of your teammates if they're getting attacked by a melee guy. Does it give vision in Arena of Blood? We can check that out.
You really should prepare for that.
Okay, so it does reveal. Now the question is, does it reveal to you if an allied does it? Okay, so it is shared vision. So, like, it will counter stuff like Night Stalker's Facet, Arena from Mars Facet as well, because it serves as a ward that gives vision to the entire team. So it's not just Ringmaster's vision. Overall, utility that this hero provides as support, I don't really see how he scales with items. I feel like all of his items are either setting up his abilities to work, like Yule Scepter, or allowing him to position better, like Ether Lens and Glimmer Capes, because I don't really see how you make his spells more impactful, other than making sure they land. And, like, I tried Bloodstone because of the AoE on Wheel of Wonder and Tame the Beast, but you can't make use of the lifesteal component. Stuff like Octarine Core could probably be good. Blink Dagger for positioning makes sense. Atos seems like inferior setup to Yule's, but it might work. You know, you could probably do the same thing as Yule's. Yeah, probably the same thing as Yule's, actually. Now that I think about it, it's not inferior because it roots them for 2 seconds. You can easily root them, ult behind them, and then fear them. Okay, so it looks like Atos and Yule's are both reasonable options in order to set up your ultimate. Talking about cooldowns of his spells, Tame the Beast is 16, 14, 12, 10, so pretty low cooldown overall. Can be used in lane to secure range creeps, 180 damage at max level. It won't really hit a hero unless you don't channel it full duration or you have a setup stun. But it is 180 damage level 1 if you manage to hit it, so maybe with a point-click stunner in lane, this could be really powerful. Maybe as a 5, he would work with, like, a CK-type carry. Escape Act starts pretty high cooldown, 38 seconds. I do believe it's a 1-point wonder. Like, the skill build, in my opinion, would be 4-1-1 into 4-1-4. You probably take Escape Act at level 2 or 3, depending on the lane. Latest, you take it at 4. Like, I know by level 4, I would want 2-1-1. I just don't know... based on the it would have to be based on matchup which order I take the W and the E. So the escape back does go down to 20 seconds. The cooldown is pretty much the only thing that feels relevant in terms of scaling. Like, all the other parts are nice and all, but I think super early on, just buying a little bit of time is what this spell is for. In lane, it doesn't effectively trade at all. Like, it's not like Shadow Demon Disruption that can be used aggressively to do damage as well. Impalement Arts, it is 17-second charge cooldown refresh. That never changes, but you do go up in charges, so I kind of compare it to, like, Spirit Siphon from Death Prophet. That does, like, go down in cooldown a little bit, but it's kind of the same as 1, 2, 3, 4 charges. So overall, you can kind of spam them, and within a minute, you'll have all 4 back if you use them, or a little over a minute. The Shard has a 30-second cooldown, so it does feel like you can kind of chuck it out there to scout for Roche and all that kind of stuff. And the ultimate is 90, 80, 70. Every time I hit my ultimate, it felt really impactful, but it felt also very clunky and easy to miss. So something you definitely have to get used to. Highly encourage you guys to demo the hero first. Buying yourself a setup item, I think, is encouraged based on what I experienced. It felt really hard it felt really hard to hit his abilities without being able to do something like this. There's maybe a chance this hero gets played mid with something like an Atos, now that I think about it. Giving him the ability to set up, but none of his skills, right click, his range is kind of mediocre. His attack animation is pretty bad. Like, if you guys see, it's kind of like Lich. And this is like once he has maxed out agility. So like if we reset, it's like pretty slow attack speed. Really clunky attack animation. So a lot of it kind of leans away from him being a core for just these quality of life reasons. He's really not that slow. He's got 315 base movement speed. Decent base damage with 53 before items. He does have high damage variance though, 48 to 58. So yeah, a lot of little things to think about with this hero. I definitely am going to put him on my support list. He seems really fun. I think he just seems kind of clowny, kooky out there, which is definitely on theme with like what you would expect from like the character that they put on like the actual type of, you know, person or whatever that he is. So I definitely like the theme of the character. He's interesting. He's fun. I guess I'm also a bit disappointed that every new hero is just kind of really cool rather than like the concept being sound and then just being like a standard right clicker or like a standard support. So for me, I don't think that's ever going to happen based on what they've done now. I feel like every new hero has like 4 spells that are all skill shots or saves or mobility spells or stuff like this, which is nice and all, but I guess for me, I would hope for like a more standard hero once in a while. So yeah, super fun hero. I added him to my hero grid for 4. I'll actually just add him for 5 as well. Like the hero is definitely fun. Like I was missing all of my spells, but he's definitely fun. And you guys can definitely check out some of the gameplay. We're going to show you some highlights just to show you, you know, me missing some spells, me hitting some spells, me learning some things in the middle of the game. A lot of little things to learn on this hero. Some cool nuances, definitely. So to wrap up the video, we got ourselves a Compendium as well. When we pull up the Compendium, this is literally it. I'm kind of spoiling how I feel about the Compendium. I didn't have too high of expectations, but it's not something littered with cosmetics like more than 2 years ago. It's similar to last year's, pretty bare bones. It's mainly about supporting the tournament, which I know some people do, but based on last year's TI prize pool and this being a similar setup to last year's TI, in terms of the Compendium, I don't really believe that it's worth buying for the most part. Like, I myself may end up buying the basic version, but I'm definitely not buying the upgraded version. All we're looking at is like bingo and fantasy tokens for during the tournament, loading screens, team loading screens, a teleport effect for one of your favorite teams, some voice lines, the Aegis if you hit 300 points for that one, and then a HUD skin, versus screen, team logo stickers, effigy blocks, and player stickers. So I myself, just to be blunt, am not too enthusiastic about this. If any of that sounds super exciting to you, all power to you. They also do have like talent related things as well as team related things. I personally bought a few. I'll just highlight some of my favorites that I did purchase. I purchased the OD Pixel voice line.
You see, that right there is why I love this game.
So for me, it's all about when I would use these things. So I like to try to spread a little bit of PMA when I think I can, and I thought that was a good one for anytime something cool happened in a game. I also bought Tsunamis, that I feel like is the most applicable out of all of them for us to express our frustrations.
Imagine if you had BKB.
Still makes me laugh. Oh, the last one that I also purchased is Caps.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong answer.
So for Cap, I think he specifically had by far the highest production value. Getting the voice line itself is $5, which for me, I felt inclined to support, especially my friends. But I think if you really love your talent and you like their voice line and you plan to use it, I highly encourage you to support them. It does, 50% of it does go to them. And then I'm never going to buy a $20 voice line. That's just my own personal, but for instance, I think Caps is really good.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why not take a team fight?
So really high production value. But yeah, so got some talent stuff, got some team stuff. I specifically purchased Cloud9 and Team Liquid's medium level because I really liked their stickers. Specifically for Cloud9, I bought it just for this Slark sticker because this is a reference to Caveman SpongeBob, and I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. And I also think it's really funny to put in the game when somebody is being a caveman. So you guys all know what I mean. So I bought this one. The Dazzle with Huskar and Elise is pretty funny. And the Meowdy I also thought was pretty cute. Cloud9 is Entity for people who are wondering. And then I bought the Team Liquid one because these are my boys. And I also think these are pretty funny stickers to post on the ground. Aiden definitely looks like some sort of psychopath, ringmaster type character there. So yeah, that's what I bought personally for the supporters clubs as well as the talent. But you guys are obviously encouraged to support your favorite talent and any voice lines that you like. They do have some like challenges, predicting who's going to win and all that kind of stuff. You get to participate in this even without the compendium, as far as I understand. That's what it seems like, but the compendium gives you like bonuses. So if you're going to be super into that kind of stuff, definitely for you. I would like to start the day off with a viewer lobby where I play Ringmaster. I'm 4K, my MMR is too high, so I won't join your game. That is indeed too high. Balance shuffle, balance shuffle. We'll do a little of this. Okay, starting the game. Well, I imagine like one of his facets will be already his regular kit here, and then something's going to be removed from his regular kit. They're probably not going to like add it, you know?
Proper blocking is paramount.
Time to get angry with each other.
Oh no, these bastards, they were all bottom. What are you guys doing? Fucking picking on the noob streamer here. I didn't think they were going to be 4 top. Wait, this guy leveled Call on Axe. Where's the battle hunger, bro? My viewers are tryhards.
Who asked you? This circus travels. For taming. Don't worry, I never miss.
Oops.
Wind me. I'm under attack. Pulling up stakes.
What's my base armor? 3? Okay.
Places, people. I'm under attack. Scouting location. Ah. What's the ballyhoo?
Oh, that was slower than I expected, actually.
Hey, I'm under attack. Coming soon to a village near you. A true patron of the arts. Step right up.
Bastard.
Itchy feet. Who wants to be my next audition?
Oh, I'm a noob. Yeah, I mean, this guy doesn't really have, like, a reliable way to secure CS. That isn't, his Q. Ah. That looks so funny. It's, like, bad to be using it like that. It's so funny.
What? No advance?
Yeah, like, 80 mana just absolutely wasted if you miss.
Nothing would please me more. Oh.
Wait, do I have one or no? Oh, I do.
Itchy feet.
Oh, because I died.
Show on the road. Pulling up stakes.
Okay, we got fucking bottle refillers. Come on, viewers. You're better than this. Am I dead to this sniper? Yeah, well, I guess I'm going back to base. I just got bodied. I want to gang for funsies. Wind Ranger TP'd? Okay, never mind. I'm not going to gank because I can clear an entire wave.
Right up.
It is annoying because the max channel, it's really hard to hit the range.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Like with the melees.
I think I can
They killed the courier. Your courier is dead.
going with this. Where there's a win.
Oh, I thought that would actually... I thought that would fear them back towards their base, but it fears them away from me. Okay. That was kind of cool.
Under attack. Take the show on the road.
Mwah! Kiss it goodbye.
Oh, should have saved myself. The opponent mid is godlike. I'm getting fucking tipped by my viewers. Can you guys not be toxic? Jesus. It's also annoying that like almost one-shot screen plays.
Holy shit!
Own it.
Oh, he's dominating!
Didn't realize there was still a Blade Mill duel in there somewhere. Wind Ranger lived as well. It's unfortunate. 1 in 5 SJ here. Did I get the kill on Snapfire? I did. First kill of the game. Let's go. What about Gleipnir? I don't think this hero right-clicks at all because just none of his abilities synergize with right-clicking. Dude, what is this shit, dude?
Put that apple.
Oh, okay, we live.
Interruption, sir, but it's a phone call from your middle tower. It says it's been...
Shit! Holy shit!
Nice, we got him. Okay, that was a little more fun. I feel like when you're casting daggers in fights, that's kind of fun.
Frenzy. Pulling up stakes.
Oh, I didn't...
Killing spree, whoa!
Zach's not having a Blade Mill kind of creates a lot of damage issues for us. Top guys, top. Oh, I know. I think I'm missing one. Fucking Christ, dude, this Legion. I'm trying to use my W on Axe. It's getting me killed. Oh, team's owning. Viewers are sick. This Earth Spirit's dope. Oh!
Oh jeez, it's a killing spree!
Riggedy, riggedy, rig!
Sick, dude.
Oh my god! Whoa, things got a little...
Earth Spirit's dope.
He's dominating, Rick!
Yule's is good setup with Ringmaster. I think with the heroes I have, I shouldn't need setup. You know? Thank you, Luna, for the throw. We appreciate it.
He's dominating now! He's dominating!
This hero feels like Dark Willow plus like Grimstroke. I feel like it's like more like Grimstroke actually,
Under attack.
in regards to how it feels. I had whoopee cushion. Do we have our spirit coming? Nice. Okay, this Earth Spirit's got some fucking game, bro. Let's go.
Lost in the woods.
Let's go Bloodstone just for funsies, because I've got my Q and my R for AoE. Wish we had hook. I mean, this is just horrible gameplay. Oh my god, the dagger.
Your middle tower is under attack. Middle tower, take it off your foot. It's gone.
Oh, it's a disjoint! Oh, I still died! I didn't realize that was a disjoint. I respected this Earth Spirit. Wow, this guy's kind of a god, actually.
It's gone.
We're gonna need a Venge buyback. You can move at. Oh, yeah, you can. Venge, you buying back or what? We gotta play, bro. Dude, I'm just fucking dead, bro. What am I dead to? I'm dead again. Okay, boys, we have learned. Unless you're Thompson, this hero's a 4. That is what we have learned today. Unless you're Thompson, this hero's a 4. Thanks for playing, viewers, by the way. Thank you for playing. Sorry, Axe, for flaming you. So yeah, that's going to be it for my review of the new patch. Looking forward to playing some Ringmaster. I'll keep you guys posted if there's like some sick meta build, if he ends up getting played core, something that makes him more interesting than what I already saw in this video. And definitely go out there and support your favorite teams and favorite talent if you are inclined to use their voice lines and chat wheels. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next time.